I'm really glad you are here today, and I welcome you to this moment, because in this video, we are going to talk about something that quietly controls the quality of our life, our peace, and even our future, and that is how we choose to spend our time. Most people think time passes automatically, but the truth is that time listens to how you use it, and today we will explore how spending time in the right way can slowly change your thinking, your energy, and your direction in life. Spend time like this, not in a rush to reach somewhere else, but fully present with where you are right now, because the way you treat this moment decides how strong your next moment will be. Many people live their days on autopilot, waking up, scrolling endlessly, reacting emotionally, and falling asleep feeling tired without knowing what actually consumed their energy. Time is not only hours and minutes, it is attention, emotion, and intention combined together, and whatever you repeatedly give these three things to will quietly grow in your life. Spend time like this by choosing moments that nourish your mind instead of draining it, even if those moments feel small and ordinary at first. You don't need a perfect routine or a dramatic lifestyle change, because transformation often begins with a simple decision to be more conscious of where your time leaks away. When you sit in silence for a few minutes, reflect instead of react, or choose learning over distraction, you're training your mind to slow down and regain control. Spend time like this, understanding that rest is not laziness, and stillness is not wasted time, but a reset for a mind that has been running without direction. Most exhaustion is not physical. It comes from carrying unnecessary thoughts, unresolved emotions, and constant comparison with others who are living different lives. When you spend time intentionally, you stop chasing everything and start choosing what actually matters to you, your values, and your long-term peace. Spend time like this, listening more than speaking, observing more than judging, and responding with awareness instead of reacting with impulse. The way you spend a single quiet hour today is often more powerful than how you spend a busy week running behind things that do not truly fulfill you. If you feel lost or overwhelmed, it is usually not because you lack ability, but because your time is scattered across too many meaningless directions. Spend time like this, gently bringing your focus back to yourself, your growth, and your inner balance, instead of constantly proving your worth to the outside world. In the next part, we will explore how daily habits silently shape your future identity, and how choosing your time wisely can rebuild clarity, confidence, and self-respect, step by step. In the first part, we spoke about awareness, and now we move deeper into understanding how the small habits you repeat every single day quietly decide the direction your life begins to take over time. Most people wait for motivation to change their routine, but real change begins when you consciously decide to change how you spend ordinary time, not rare or special moments. Spend time like this by paying close attention to what you do when no one is watching, because those unnoticed moments slowly build your discipline, integrity, and trust in yourself. Your habits are not loud or dramatic decisions. They are silent votes you cast daily for the kind of person you are slowly becoming without realizing it. When you wake up and immediately reach for distraction, your mind learns to escape discomfort. But when you begin the day with intention, your mind slowly learns how to lead. Spend time like this, creating intentional space in your day for thinking, learning, and quiet reflection, even if sitting with your thoughts feels uncomfortable at first. Discomfort is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is often a gentle signal that growth has started to replace familiar but limiting patterns. Many people say they don't have time, but in reality, time is always being spent somewhere, and every daily choice carries a hidden cost we often ignore. Spend time like this, asking yourself honestly whether an activity is adding meaning and depth to your life, or simply filling empty hours with noise. When you repeatedly choose growth over ease, your future self quietly thanks you with mental clarity, emotional strength, and a deep sense of inner stability. Scrolling endlessly, comparing yourself with others, and reacting impulsively may feel harmless, but over time they fragment your attention and weaken your ability to focus deeply. Spend time like this, protecting your attention as if it were your most valuable resource, because it shapes your thoughts, emotions, and long-term direction. Focus allows you to do less but achieve more with calm confidence, while distraction keeps you busy, tired, and moving without meaningful progress. When you slow down your routine, you begin to notice emotional patterns, repetitive thoughts, and inner signals that were always present but constantly ignored. Spend time like this, observing your thoughts without immediately judging or fighting them, because awareness is always the first step toward self-control. A calm mind is not created by force or pressure. It is built by repeatedly choosing clarity, patience, and understanding over chaos and reaction. As your habits begin to change, your identity slowly shifts, and you start respecting yourself for keeping small promises that once felt impossible. Spend time like this, remembering that consistency is more powerful than intensity, and small actions repeated daily quietly shape extraordinary outcomes. As you become more intentional with your habits, you naturally begin to notice how deeply the people and environments around you influence the way your time feels and the way your mind responds. Spend time like this, choosing spaces that calm your nervous system instead of overstimulating it, because your surroundings quietly train your emotional state every single day. Many people underestimate how much constant noise, negativity, and pressure slowly drain their energy, even when they believe they are strong enough to handle it. Spend time like this, being mindful of who has access to your attention, your emotions, and your inner world, because not everyone deserves the same level of closeness. The people you spend time with shape your language, your thoughts, and even your expectations of yourself, often without you consciously realizing it. Spend time like this, around those who encourage growth through calm presence, rather than constant comparison, competition, or emotional chaos. It is not selfish to protect your peace. It is necessary because a mind under constant stress cannot think clearly or grow steadily. Spend time like this, learning to say no without guilt, understanding that every yes to something unimportant is a no to something meaningful. When you create distance from draining influences, you create space for clarity, creativity, and emotional balance to return naturally. Spend time like this, allowing silence and simplicity to become part of your routine, instead of filling every gap with noise or distraction. Silence is not empty. It is where your thoughts settle and your inner voice becomes easier to hear without interference. Spend time like this, noticing how your body feels in different environments, because your body often recognizes peace before your mind does. Over time, you will realize that peace is not something you chase. It is something you protect by choosing wisely where and with whom you spend your time. Spend time like this, valuing quality over quantity, whether it is conversations, activities, or commitments competing for your attention. A few meaningful connections can nourish you more deeply than many shallow interactions that leave you feeling unseen and exhausted. Spend time like this, aligning your external world with the calm and clarity you are building internally, so both begin to support each other. As your environment becomes healthier, your mind responds with greater focus, emotional stability, and a deeper sense of self-respect. Spend time like this, understanding that peace is not accidental. It is the result of consistent, conscious choices made over time. As everything slowly begins to settle into place, you start to realize that how you spend your time is ultimately how you shape your identity, your values, and the deeper meaning you carry forward into your life. Spend time like this, aligning your daily actions with the person you want to become. Because time does not change you by itself, it patiently reveals who you truly are. Every small choice you make, from how you start your morning to how you end your day, quietly reinforces the direction your life continues to move in without interruption. Spend time like this, honoring your energy and your limits, understanding that protecting yourself from burnout is an act of wisdom, self-awareness, and long-term strength. Life does not require you to do everything or prove yourself endlessly. It asks you to do the right things with presence, care, and clear intention. Spend time like this, slowing down enough to feel progress instead of constantly rushing toward outcomes that never fully satisfy the heart or the mind. When you learn to appreciate the process itself, time begins to feel richer, fuller, and more meaningful, even when life remains imperfect and uncertain. Spend time like this, accepting that growth is not linear and that some days rest, reflection, and pause are more productive than pushing yourself further. Rest allows clarity to return naturally, emotions to settle gently, and motivation to rebuild itself without pressure, force, or self-criticism. Spend time like this, forgiving yourself for moments you feel were wasted, because guilt only steals more time from the present and weakens awareness. The past cannot be edited or undone, but the present moment is always available for a better choice and a calmer response. Spend time like this, using today as a quiet opportunity to act with awareness, patience, and deep self-respect rather than urgency. Over time, you will notice that your mind feels lighter, your decisions feel clearer, and your confidence grows quietly from within instead of from external approval. Spend time like this, understanding that peace is not found at the end of achievement, but in how you live each ordinary day with intention. A meaningful life is not built through constant urgency or pressure, but through consistency, conscious effort, and emotional balance. Spend time like this, trusting that when you care for your time with awareness, your time will eventually take care of your future. This journey is not about perfection or control. It is about presence, acceptance, and choosing again and again to live consciously. Spend time like this, and you will slowly discover that the life you were searching for was being built quietly all along, moment by moment.